The man who invented the technology you are using right now died alone in a New York hotel room, penniless and forgotten. While his rival Thomas Edison became a household name and died a millionaire, Nikola Tesla, the true father of the modern electrical age, spent his final years feeding pigeons in the park. But here's the twist. Every time you charge your phone, turn on a light, or connect to Wi-Fi, you are using his inventions, not Edison's. So how did the most brilliant mind of the 20th century end up as one of history's most tragic figures? This is the story of Nikola Tesla, the man who invented the future but never lived to see it. July 10, 1856. A thunderstorm tears through the village of Smiljan in Croatia. At midnight, a woman named Juka Mandic gives birth to a son. The midwife declares it a bad omen, saying this child of the storm will bring darkness. But Juka says no, he will be a child of light. That child was Nikola Tesla. His father Milutin was a Serbian Orthodox priest and scholar with a massive library. His mother Juka had a photographic memory and was an inventor herself, constantly improving household tools. Young Nikola later said his mother was his greatest inspiration. But tragedy struck when Nikola was 7. His older brother Dane was killed in a horse-riding accident. The death shattered the family. Their father, consumed by grief, could no longer look at Nikola without seeing the son he had lost. No matter what young Nikola achieved, it was never enough. The boy coped by experiencing vivid hallucinations where he could not tell reality from imagination. But Tesla learned to harness this, using mental images to design inventions entirely in his mind without ever drawing them. As a child, he was obsessed with understanding how things worked. One winter evening, while stroking the family cat Macaque, Tesla saw sparks fly from its back. He asked his father what it was. Electricity, his father explained. From that moment, Tesla became obsessed. After Dane's death, the family moved to the town of Gospic. Tesla developed strange phobias and compulsions, becoming obsessed with the number 3, counting steps and measuring food volumes. He could not stand pearl earrings. The smell of camphor made him sick, and he feared touching hair. His father wanted him to become a priest, but Tesla wanted to study electricity. At 17, he returned home and fell deathly ill with cholera. For 9 months, he lay dying. During one conscious moment, Tesla begged his father to let him study engineering instead of priesthood. His father, terrified of losing another son, promised that if Nikola lived, he would send him to the best technical school. Tesla began to recover immediately. But by law, Tesla had to serve 3 years in the Austrian military. His father sent him into hiding in the Croatian mountains with books and hunting equipment. For 9 months, Tesla lived alone, reading and growing stronger. He learned to control his visions, transforming them into a tool for invention. When he emerged, his father had kept his promise. In 1875, at 19, Tesla entered the Polytechnic School in Graz, Austria. He became a machine, studying from 3 in the morning until 7 at night. One professor warned his father that Tesla would work himself to death. During a physics demonstration, Tesla's professor showed a machine generating direct current electricity. It used a commutator that constantly sparked. Tesla suggested it could work better with alternating current. The professor ridiculed him publicly, saying it was impossible. The class laughed, but Tesla knew he was right. Despite his brilliance, Tesla had a weakness: gambling. He gambled away his tuition, stopped attending lectures, and failed his exams. Ashamed, he left without graduating and disappeared. His family had no idea where he was. He was arrested for lacking residency papers and escorted home by police. Months later, in April 1879, his father died. Some said he died of a broken heart. 2 uncles refused to give up on Tesla. They sent him to Charles Ferdinand University in Prague. He attended lectures, but was never formally enrolled. He learned what he could, then left to find work. In 1881, Tesla got his first real job at the American Telephone Company in Budapest. He returned to his obsession with alternating current, working day and night. The key was creating a rotating magnetic field, but the solution eluded him. Then in February 1882, everything changed. Tesla was walking in a park with his friend Anatol Szigeti, reciting Goethe's Faust. Suddenly he stopped, eyes wide. He stood frozen, then smiled. In his mind, clear as day, he saw the solution. A rotating magnetic field powered by alternating currents out of phase. He grabbed a stick and drew diagrams in the dirt. He had invented the induction motor, a device that would one day power the world. His supervisor recommended him to the Continental Edison Company in Paris. Tesla was assigned to improve direct current dynamos, the technology he believed was inferior. But he took the job as a stepping stone. He even built a prototype alternating current motor in Strasbourg, but no one invested. His manager wrote him a letter of introduction to Thomas Edison in America, reportedly saying, "I know two great men. One is you and the other is this young man." In 1884, Tesla arrived in New York with 4 cents in his pocket. When Tesla met Edison at his laboratory in New Jersey, the two could not have been more different. Edison was practical, believing in trial and error. Tesla was theoretical, designing entire systems mentally. Edison championed direct current. Tesla believed in alternating current. They were destined to clash. Edison put Tesla to work redesigning his direct current generators. According to Tesla, Edison promised him $50,000 if he succeeded. Tesla worked for months and delivered dramatic improvements. When Tesla asked for payment, Edison laughed and said, "Tesla, you do not understand our American humor." Tesla quit immediately. Now unemployed and broke, Tesla dug ditches for $2 a day. The man who had invented a revolutionary motor was digging holes in the ground, but he never stopped believing. In 1886, 2 investors funded the Tesla Electric Light Company, but they wanted arc lighting products, not alternating current motors. Tesla developed the system, and they kicked him out, keeping all patents. Again, he had nothing. In 1887, new backers Alfred S. Brown and Charles F. Peck believed in his vision. They gave him a laboratory. In 1888, Tesla unveiled his polyphase alternating current system to the American Institute of Electrical Engineers. The scientific community was stunned. One man in the audience was George Westinghouse, inventor of the railway air brake. He visited Tesla's lab, saw the technology, and made an offer. Westinghouse purchased 40 patents for $60,000 cash, plus stock and royalties of $2.50 per horsepower. Tesla would finally get recognition and wealth. But Edison was not going to let that happen without a fight. But alternating current was simply better. It transmitted power over long distances without loss, while direct current needed expensive stations every 2 miles. Engineers knew it, even if the public was manipulated. The turning point came in 1893. Westinghouse and Tesla won the contract to light the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. They underbid Edison by $1 million and illuminated the fairgrounds with alternating current. Over 27 million people witnessed the future. Alternating current had won. But the greatest victory came in 1895. Tesla's childhood dream became reality when Westinghouse built the first major hydroelectric plant at Niagara Falls using Tesla's designs. It was monumental, proving alternating current could power entire cities. Tesla received honorary degrees from Columbia and Yale, medals from institutions, and international acclaim. For a brief moment, Tesla was on top of the world. Wealthy, famous, respected. He had defeated Edison, but Tesla had bigger dreams. In his New York laboratory, he created the Tesla coil, generating millions of volts and spectacular lightning. He demonstrated wireless power transmission, lighting lamps without wires. He sketched ideas for radio, remote control, and wireless energy transmission. In 1899, Tesla moved to Colorado Springs for high-voltage experiments. He built a massive experimental station. He wanted to prove Earth itself could conduct and transmit electrical energy wirelessly. His experiments were spectacular. He generated artificial lightning over 100 feet long. Thunder could be heard 15 miles away. He lit 200 lamps from a wireless source 26 miles away. But Tesla also claimed he detected signals from Mars, that he was communicating with extraterrestrial intelligence. The press mocked him. Scientists dismissed him as eccentric. His reputation suffered. Still, he envisioned a world wireless system transmitting messages, news, music, and pictures to handheld devices anywhere. He described devices exactly like modern smartphones and the internet. But building this required money. Tesla approached the wealthiest man in America, J.P. Morgan. In 1901, Tesla convinced J.P. Morgan to invest $150,000. Morgan would own 51% of patents. Tesla promised a system making transatlantic communication faster and cheaper than underwater cables. Tesla began construction on Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island, New York. The tower was massive, 187 feet tall with a huge copper dome. Tesla envisioned it as the first of many providing free wireless power and communication worldwide. But there was a problem. Tesla had not told Morgan the truth. He was not just building communication. He was trying to transmit electrical power wirelessly for free to anyone, anywhere. When Morgan discovered this, he was furious. He had not invested to give away free electricity. He wanted a profitable product. In July 1903, Morgan wrote that he would not invest another dollar. Tesla was devastated. Without Morgan's money, the project was doomed. He tried finding other investors, but his reputation had suffered. People saw him as a dreamer, making grand promises, but never delivering. No one took the risk. Meanwhile, Marconi was gaining fame. In December 1901, Marconi claimed the first wireless telegraph across the Atlantic. The press celebrated him as radio's inventor. Tesla was enraged, publicly accusing Marconi of stealing 17 of his patents. But no one listened. Marconi had powerful backing and a working product. Tesla had a half-finished tower and empty promises. Tesla's finances became desperate. He sold property, borrowed from friends, took unpayable loans. The Waldorf Astoria Hotel demanded payment. Westinghouse demanded equipment payment. Tesla was drowning in debt. In one final desperate act, Tesla cranked Wardenclyffe to maximum. Lightning shot into the sky for miles, but it was pointless. The project was dead. In 1905, he mortgaged Wardenclyffe to pay hotel bills. He never regained control. For the next decade, Tesla tried reinventing himself. He designed a bladeless turbine claiming superior efficiency. He demonstrated prototypes and filed patents. But the same problem repeated. Tesla's designs required precision and materials that did not exist. Companies tested his turbines, found disks warped at necessary speeds, and abandoned projects. By 1916, Tesla was bankrupt. He declared monthly income of $400 and could not pay taxes. Most patents had expired. The Nikola Tesla company was owned by creditors. Tesla was penniless. He moved hotel to hotel, often leaving without paying. He survived on small consulting jobs. The Waltham Watch Company hired him for speedometers, using his name in advertisements, though his contribution was minimal. Tesla became isolated and eccentric. He fed pigeons in Bryant Park daily at the same time. He walked around blocks 3 times before entering buildings. He calculated meal volumes, only eating if totals were divisible by 3. He refused handshakes and kept 3 feet from everyone to avoid germs. Despite poverty, Tesla captured public imagination. Newspapers published interviews where he made grand announcements. He claimed he was working on a device splitting Earth in half. He said he invented a cosmic ray motor. He described a particle beam weapon, a death ray destroying airplane fleets from hundreds of miles away. Some claims were based on real experiments. In 1934, Tesla published particle beam details, describing a device firing microscopic tungsten pellets at tremendous speeds. He approached governments including the United States, United Kingdom, and Soviet Union. The Soviets signed a contract paying $25,000, though there is no evidence they built it. The US and British governments declined. Tesla's reputation split. To some, he was still a visionary genius. To others, a washed-up eccentric making impossible claims. The truth was between. Tesla's ideas were brilliant, but he lacked resources and support. He also tended to exaggerate and promise more than he could deliver. In 1931, Time magazine featured him on the cover for his 75th birthday. Admirers organized a testimonial dinner. Over 70 letters from prominent scientists, including Albert Einstein, were read, praising Tesla's contributions. For one night, Tesla was reminded his work was not forgotten. But the moment did not last. He returned to his small hotel room, to pigeons, and to fragile health. In 1937, Tesla was hit by a taxi crossing the street. He refused medical treatment and never fully recovered. His ribs were broken, and he developed pneumonia. He spent more time confined to bed. Tesla's mind began wandering. He sent letters to people dead for years. He claimed contact with beings from other planets. He talked about inventions he would never build. His few remaining friends visited occasionally, but Tesla preferred solitude. He had spent his life obsessed with work, never marrying, never having children, never building a life outside inventions. Now, at the end, he was utterly alone. On January 7, 1943, a maid at the Hotel New Yorker found him dead in bed. He had died peacefully in sleep, likely from heart failure. He was 86. News of Tesla's death made worldwide headlines. Letters poured in from scientists, politicians, and leaders. Eleanor Roosevelt sent sympathies. Vice President Henry Wallace called Tesla one of history's greatest minds. His funeral at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine was attended by over 2,000 people. But there was one final mystery. Immediately after Tesla's death, FBI agents seized all his papers, notes, and belongings. They claimed they searched for anything useful to the war effort. Rumors spread that Tesla left plans for advanced weapons, wireless energy, and revolutionary technologies. The FBI stated they found nothing significant. But many believed this was a cover-up, that the government secretly took Tesla's most dangerous inventions. Tesla's ashes were placed in a golden sphere and sent to the Tesla Museum in Belgrade, Serbia, where they remain today. His papers, after being held by the government for years, were eventually released and are now part of the museum collection. For decades after death, Nikola Tesla remained a footnote. Thomas Edison was remembered as the great inventor bringing electricity to the world. Tesla was forgotten, dismissed as an eccentric making wild claims. But slowly, that changed. As technology advanced, people realized how far ahead of his time Tesla really was. His patents on alternating current are the foundation of the modern electrical grid. Every power line, transformer, and outlet in your home is based on Tesla's designs. His work on radio was eventually recognized by the U.S. Supreme Court, which in 1943, shortly after his death, ruled that Tesla, not Marconi, was radio's true inventor. Tesla's ideas about wireless communication, which seemed insane in his lifetime, are now a reality. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, cellular networks, and the entire internet are built on principles Tesla described over a century ago. His vision of handheld devices accessing information from anywhere is exactly what a smartphone is. Even his most ambitious dream, wireless power transmission, is being actively researched today. Companies are developing systems to charge devices without plugs, using the same principles Tesla experimented with at Wardenclyffe. In recent years, Tesla has been embraced by popular culture as the ultimate misunderstood genius. Books, documentaries, and movies have told his story. In 2003, engineers started a company to build electric cars and named it Tesla, Inc., in his honor. That company, now one of the most valuable automakers in the world, has made Tesla's name synonymous with innovation and the future of technology. The irony is almost painful. In his lifetime, Tesla could not find investors to fund his work. Today, a company bearing his name is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Tesla died penniless. The company named after him has made its founder one of the richest people in history. Tesla's ideas were dismissed as impossible. Now those same ideas are transforming civilization. So what do we learn from Nikola Tesla's story? Perhaps the most important lesson is that being right is not enough. Tesla was correct about almost everything. Alternating current was superior. Wireless communication would change the world. Renewable energy was the future. But being right did not make him successful, because success requires more than genius. It requires timing, business sense, and the ability to work with people. Tesla had vision, but lacked patience. He wanted to give the world free energy when investors wanted profitable products. He wanted to revolutionize everything when the world was ready for small improvements. He alienated people who tried to help, made promises he could not keep, and refused to compromise his ideals, even when compromise might have saved his projects. And yet, we cannot help but admire him. In an age when inventors were becoming corporate employees, Tesla remained fiercely independent. When others chased profit, Tesla chased knowledge. When the world told him his dreams were impossible, he built them anyway. He failed more often than he succeeded, but his failures were more impressive than most people's successes. Tesla once said, "The present is theirs. The future for which I really worked is mine." He was right. The world he imagined, powered by clean energy, connected by wireless communication, and shaped by visionary science, is the world we live in today. Every time you turn on a light, charge your phone, or connect to the internet, you are living in Nikola Tesla's future. He may have died alone and forgotten, but his legacy powers the modern world. The genius mocked in his lifetime is now remembered as one of the greatest inventors in human history. And perhaps that is the ultimate vindication. Not wealth, not fame during life, but the knowledge that his work changed everything. So let me ask you, who do you think was the greater genius? Thomas Edison, the man who turned inventions into empires? Or Nikola Tesla, the man who saw the future but could not live to enjoy it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this story fascinating, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves stories about history's forgotten heroes. Because Nikola Tesla may have been forgotten once, but we will make sure his name is never forgotten again. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.